Does the boss have to study? Reading is important for bosses. What is the meaning? Whether it's around you or online, there it is a popular argument. Graduated from XX elementary school. I made millions and tens of millions just by working hard and being aggressive. Become rich. What's the use of studying for a master's degree in college? Work for the rich and earn thousands of dollars. Not as good as someone who graduated from elementary school. Reading is out of date. As a boss, I'm as busy as a dog at work every day. Where can I find time to study? Have this time? It's better to visit more customers. Making more money is the right way. Reading is a matter for scholars, researchers, and teachers. It has nothing to do with the boss. But is it true? First, clarify a fact. Cases of becoming rich by relying on elementary school education. Not a universal case. That is to say, this is not a high probability event. China Education Online 2021 National Graduate Student Survey report released shows salary levels for graduates positively related to their academic level. That is to say, the higher the education level, the higher the income. This is the truth. It's not that people don't read enough as everyone thinks. Instead, he became a rich man. Jack Ma graduated from Hangzhou Normal University with a bachelor's degree. Wang Jianlin bachelor's degree from Liaoning University. Liu Qiangdong graduated from Renmin University of China with a bachelor's degree. These Chinese rich people, no one with low education level. Those who are at the elementary and junior high school level. Why can't you become rich? This is because this kind of event is a small probability event. It's a news curiosity. This kind of event easily attracts attention, get everyone's attention, so it was spread. But it doesn't mean that someone with primary school education can become a rich man. But many people misunderstood it because of news reports. And I feel that the saying that reading changes your destiny is outdated. I see many people around me speculating. You can't make a lot of money without studying. Start to imitate others. But it doesn't know. What I'm saying is that others may be relying on the dividends of the times, getting rich by seizing an opportunity through luck. Such success cannot be replicated. So when I got here, I was defeated steadily. A complete failure. This is the cognitive bias caused by not reading. Even if you make money by luck, cognition has not improved. I will still give away the money I got. Become a green leak. Before we explore further, don't forget to follow the way of money and click the little bell. We will continue to reveal more truths about money, help you achieve financial freedom quickly. The boss not only needs to study and read a lot of books, read for a long time, to read carefully, read more. In our Bosses Revelation class, we require our bosses not only to read business books, I also need to read philosophy, history, literature, psychology, and mathematics, and traditional culture and other classic books. We often compile book lists to recommend to our bosses. Under our leadership, many bosses picked up the book, started studying. These books not only give us insights into the world, it can also improve our moral character and spiritual cultivation. Every reading, I am baptized with new ideas and knowledge. Every time I read, it's all a deep self-reflection, abdominal poetry and guests from China. Read, let our spiritual world bloom with brilliant flowers. The biggest difference between people is the difference in thinking, reading, and studying. It is the gap between us and others. Best lowest cost tool. A person who likes reading, his character won't be bad at all. A person of good character, popularity will not be bad, not bad luck. If the boss has good character, then go with the flow. Do things according to the laws of nature. Good luck comes naturally. Since ancient times, read. It's all the best way to try to change your destiny. Don't blame reading for not changing your destiny. You can only blame yourself for not working hard enough. Not enough reading, not deep enough. Zheng Guofang once said that I will never forget the wealth that comes from generation to generation. I hope there will be talented people from generation to generation. The seeds of reading for talented people are also the signature of the aristocratic family, the banner of ethics. So the boss not only works hard to make money, study harder. Why do many bosses not like reading? But their way of thinking and vision and method of doing things, but far beyond ordinary people. We think about any problem, we have to go back to the starting point and think. Only in this way can we get to the essence. Want to find the answer to this question? It's nothing more than clarifying to court issues. What is the essence of reading in the first place? Second, reading and foresight. What is the relationship between the way of thinking and the way of doing things? Let's talk about it one by one. Purpose of reading: to obtain high-quality information and knowledge. This is the essence of reading, but reading is not about obtaining high-quality information or the only means of knowledge. For example, Jack Ma doesn't like reading. How much does Teacher Ma hate reading? Let me tell you 3 small details. You feel it. The first detail is, once, financial writer Wu Xiaobo went to interview Jack Ma. I discovered that there wasn't even a bookshelf in Jack Ma's office. The second detail is, once on a Court V talk show, Jack Ma openly said that any boss who keeps books in the office, 8 out of 10 are liars. As a result, he was scolded by one Jialin and Liu Chuanqi. The third detail is, Jack Ma brags at the beginning of every year, said he would read 1,000 books this year. Then he went around looking for someone to give him a book list. Alibaba employees on internal forums, I gave him a book list. Gao Xiaosong gave him a reading list. As a result, Teacher Ma didn't even read it. So apart from Jin Yong's martial arts novels, Jack Ma really doesn't like reading. But the problem is, as the leader of Alibaba, Teacher Ma, who doesn't like reading, how to make the right strategic decisions. After all, high-quality information and knowledge, extremely important for decision-making. Although Teacher Ma was sprayed badly in the past, but objectively speaking, Teacher Ma's several strategic decisions still doing well. For example, bet on Alipay, transform Taobao from PC to wireless, against all odds, deploying Alibaba Cloud, and so on. Although Teacher Ma doesn't like reading, but Teacher Ma loves to make friends, love to chat with people. This characteristic of Teacher Ma, it had already been shown before the founding of Alibaba. Only then did he get acquainted with foreign teacher from Seattle, USA, Bill Laho. Bill, open up Jack Ma's cognitive skylight on the internet, become Jack Ma's entrepreneurial guide. After becoming famous, Teacher Ma still likes to fly on a private jet, run around the world, met many celebrities, politicians and scientists. By chatting with these people, Teacher Ma has learned it to the forefront, the most vivid information and knowledge. The concentration of this information and knowledge is so high that it is of great value, far more than any book can cover. It is beyond the reach of ordinary people in their lifetime. So even if Jack Ma doesn't study, he can still absorb it, the world's top information and knowledge. Some bosses I know don't like to read either, but they have their own unique learning methods. For example, I know a boss from Hunan. He is the god among them. The boss is in his 60s. Annual company turnover is 156 billion. With roots, you have the ability to grow upwards. Thus, I not only practiced my own way of thinking, you can also absorb knowledge better. Many bosses, although not through reading, to practice your own way of thinking, but they are in business. Hone your way of thinking with real swords and guns, and the training in the business world, obviously more real and effective than reading. After all, you won't lose money directly if you study without thinking, but if you don't think about doing business, you will. Though methods of doing things, that is a person's methodology for getting things done. Simply put, it is the system knowledge that a person masters. It belongs to high-level knowledge. It is the connection between knowledge and knowledge. The knowledge here includes explicit knowledge and tacit knowledge. By reading, only explicit knowledge and scattered knowledge can be obtained. You can't let anyone directly form your own methodology for doing things. For example, many newbies in the industry choose to open milk tea shops just because I think the investment in a milk tea shop is small, high gross profit and low threshold. This is only one point of seeing the milk tea business. They don't see the cost structure behind a single point, competitive landscape and traffic pressure. And industry veterans, we often see the lines, surfaces, and bodies behind a single point. So, they see a business more thoroughly and comprehensively. The difference between an industry novice and an industry veteran is also encountered a difficult problem. Industry newbies have only one way to solve the problem, but industry veterans have 100 ways to solve problems. Industry veteran, they often have their own way of making money and methods of doing things, but novices in the industry don't have, and the methods of doing things by industry veterans. It's not what you see from books or heard it from other people's mouths. It's a physical sense developed through hard work in business. The shrewdness developed in the ups and downs of the business world. So the same project is managed. Industry veterans can thrive The novice in the industry suffered a huge loss. A boss once told me, also holding 10,000 yuan, he can't buy cheap and easy-to-use raw materials, but others can do it, because this is the touch he has developed over the years. Feeling is a very mysterious word. In fact, this is tacit knowledge. This kind of tacit knowledge cannot be expressed directly, but many times, they have become the key to determining a business. Methods of doing things cannot be obtained just through reading. It requires you to be in business, continuously hone, summarize and evolve. It requires you to string scattered knowledge into a system, develop your own routine. It needs you in business to discover the hidden knowledge that is not found in books and money-making passwords. Not every boss is a good reader, but he must be a master at doing things. So, they have a way of doing things that is far beyond ordinary people. What you get on paper is ultimately shallow. I know that I have to do this carefully. 3. Foresight comes from insight. It is the embodiment of a person's comprehensive ability. It can be said clearly. You can't gain good insights just by reading books, because this thing about insight, be in the mind, information, knowledge, thinking ability, under the joint intersection of decision-making models. Talent is born. It can be said, reading plays a relatively small role in this process. How to have insight. Get rid of ego. High-quality information, structured knowledge and wisdom can help you gain insight. I believe you already know this after seeing this. Why do some bosses not study? But the way of thinking and foresight and the way of doing things are far beyond ordinary people. In his exhortation to learning, Xuanzi said that the life of a gentleman is not different. Good things are fake. Qualifications and dispositions of a gentleman no different from ordinary people. It's just that a gentleman is good at using external things, reading and studying. Late Eastern Han Dynasty, the famous general Lu Meng used the excuse that he had many affairs in the army, unwilling to study and study. Sun Quan, the great emperor of the Eastern Wu Dynasty, persuaded people to learn with sincerity. You said there are many military affairs. Who is like me? I often read. I feel I have benefited a lot. So Lu Meng began to study. It didn't take long for his talents and strategies to all increased significantly. Lu Su met, surprised. He told Lu Meng that people are different when they study. Only a few days apart. I'm going to look at you differently. It can be seen that reading and studying can subtly improve a person's abilities, earn people more respect. As the British philosopher Francis Bacon wrote in On Reading, the Institute concludes that reading history makes people wise, reading poetry makes people smart, mathematics makes people precise, philosophy makes people profound, ethics makes people cultivated, logic and rhetoric make people fickle. Blacksmith need its own hardware. A person's soft power becomes stronger, be more socially competitive. Naturally, there are more opportunities. Entrepreneur Li Ka-shing, he is a contemporary of Stanley Ho. One of them is the richest man in Hong Kong. One is the richest man in Macau. But both of them attach great importance to reading and studying. The more successful a person is, the more I understand the importance of reading. Li Ka-shing, I once said in a 1-minute self-introduction video, I started working as an apprentice when I was 12. He took on the burden of life for his family before he was 15 years old. Without formal education, I knew very well at that time, only I work hard and seek knowledge. That's my only way out. If I have some money, I will buy books. Keep it in mind, I just went to get another one. As for me today, every night before I go to bed, I still read books. Knowledge does not determine the increase in wealth, but you have more opportunities. Creating opportunities is the best way. The last sentence is very important. Knowledge may not directly create wealth, but it can bring new ideas and new knowledge to people. Then win more good luck and opportunities, and there are more opportunities. The probability of success is naturally higher, so there is no distinction between high and low. No matter how old or young you are, whether young or old, whether poor or rich, reading and learning are important for everyone. As the saying goes, live and learn. With knowledge to protect you, our lives will be richer and more colorful. The more successful a person is, the more I understand the importance of reading. The first worldly insight is all knowledge. Articles about wrenching the Andajia. You don't have to study, but no, not learning in this complicated world. Every deep insight is an exploration of knowledge. Every interaction between people can sharpen our literary talent. Knowledge is not limited to book knowledge. It is widely contained in every bit of life. those subtle interpersonal interactions, those that seem ordinary, daily trivial matters full of wisdom. It's all a classroom where we learn. You may choose not to study, not flipping through pages filled with words, but you have to learn, because learning is not only the accumulation of knowledge, it is an attitude of deep participation in life. Whether it's a curious exploration of the natural world or a deep understanding of human society, learning can give us a deeper understanding. In every corner of life, there is infinite knowledge waiting for us to discover. Things we take for granted, when we re-examine with a learning perspective, often found there are amazing mysteries hidden behind them. This process of discovery not only enriches our knowledge base, more importantly, it improves our understanding and respect for the world. Learning is not just a way to acquire knowledge, it is an attitude towards life. In constant learning, we learn how to get along better with others, how to maintain oneself in a complex social environment, how to persevere and be brave in the face of challenges and difficulties. They are all wisdom in life that cannot be taught in books. So even if you choose not to study through books, we must also continue to draw knowledge and wisdom from life. Whether from nature, learn the law of endless life, or from interpersonal communication, understand the importance of mutual understanding and respect, or summarize success and success from your own experience. Lessons from failure. These are rare learning opportunities. Eventually we will find life itself is the best book, and each of us is the protagonist in the book. Through continuous learning and experience, we can be more colorful. Act out your own life story. Remember, you don't have to study, but you must never stop learning, because only continuous learning, only then can we truly understand the world's insights. Only then can you write a gorgeous chapter in your life. The second polymath is often right, but only those who take action will succeed. You need to be an activist. The ocean of knowledge is vast and boundless, but just immersed in the pursuit of knowledge, there is no guarantee that we will reach the other side of success. Learn a person, their wisdom is like a beacon, guidance in the confused night. However, relying solely on the guidance of wisdom and lack of action, it's like having a map but has not set off yet. Real success often belongs to those who turn knowledge into action. You have to be an activist, a person who dares to put his dreams into practice. Take courageous steps based on knowledge of your own. Remember, action is the key to success. It's more than just a practice, it's more of an attitude to life in action. You will encounter challenges, will also experience failure, but these are the only paths to success. Every step of practice is the deepening and improvement of the theory. Every try, they are all firm steps towards the goal. So when you have knowledge, don't stop here. Turn this knowledge into your motivation to move forward. Turn theory into real action. Become a true activist. Let your knowledge and wisdom shine in the real world. Remember that the learned are often right, but only those who take action can truly succeed. All you have to do is be that brave doer. Write your own success story with practical actions. At the end of this discussion, we got to profound and valuable revelations. First, learning is not just about reading books. It is a process of deepening life and understanding the world. He asks us, find wisdom in everyday moments, extract experience from every interpersonal interaction, draw strength from every challenge. Secondly, although knowledge itself is precious, but only if we put it into practice, can truly reflect its value. Success does not belong only to those who are knowledgeable. It belongs more to those who dare to act. People who turn theory into practice. These two revelations shows us the importance of learning and action. We are reminded, be in every corner of life, find learning opportunities, continuously enrich your knowledge and experience. At the same time, we are also encouraged, be brave enough to use this knowledge and experience, applied in real life, test and refine our understanding through practice. In the end, no matter what kind of environment you are in, no matter what challenges you face, never stop learning, never be afraid to act. Remember that real learning doesn't just happen in books, it is more in the practice of life. And success is not just the accumulation of knowledge, it is the result of actions. Let us all become a brave learner, a person who has the courage to take action. Our knowledge and actions create a better future. Follow me, I am the way to wealth. Let you unlock the truth about more money.